everyone, Dave here. Welcome back to the Live to Inspire podcast. This is episode 8. Can't believe I've come this far with it, really. Quite chuffed, to be honest. Which kind of got me thinking over the last week or so that one of the most precious things that we have, and it doesn't matter if you are financially better off than others, shall we say, it is exactly the same for all of us, and that is time. Time is the most precious commodity that we have in this world and in our life. Once it's gone, it's gone. You can't buy more of it. So it just made me think that we should use our time, or I use my time as best as I can, really. It just made me think as well, do I enjoy what we do on a day-to-day basis? Are we helping ourselves, or do we focus on helping others? Where should the priority be? How much do we allocate time to improving and developing ourselves? For me, this podcast is mainly about that. I make no qualms in saying that I've done this almost selfishly to help myself and indirectly help others. As you know, obviously the title Live to Inspire, that is my purpose. I say it all the time. I want to help other people. By doing that, I am therefore helping myself. So for me, I'm using my time to gain knowledge that I can then disseminate to others. And if that message then gets passed on through a third, fourth, fifth party and shared, then that is fantastic. So that's the sort of main thing I want to talk about and to address for everyone. I've found some really good information about the top 10 starting points in relation to better use of your time. Some of these are a little bit obvious, some of them are not so much, but again, it's food for thought, right? Knowing your priorities. I think I mentioned this before, about what your purpose is, why are you here, what are you doing? Again, what is your why? Why are you doing what you do? And I think for a lot of people now, for me, coming into my age bracket, a lot of people now are either married or they have children. So their priority becomes their family. How much of that is balanced towards themselves, as opposed to the whole family or their partner or their children or their child, that is entirely up to the person or people to decide. I appreciate everybody is different with those factors. So definitely know your priorities. Are you happy and content with it within yourself? If not, make that a priority. The power of a schedule or a routine, that's something that really hit home to me. I had a few curveballs thrown at me again over the last week or so, and things sort of got out of control because my routine had started to break down. So some simple routines, going to bed at the same time, getting the same amount of sleep. I know I've mentioned circadian rhythms and sleep cycles before, really significant factor in your day-to-day life. Even simple things as well. I know people are now, in this day and age, more hypersensitive to foods, whether it be gluten, dairy, etc. I couldn't even tell you all of them. If you know more, let me know. But having a routine, having a schedule, knowing that you would actually have more time in your day than you realise. I remember hearing something where someone said, ask a parent how they fit stuff into their day, and you'll be surprised how much time or how many things they can get into the same amount of time of the day that someone who doesn't have kids has. So really, just again, perspective and context with that one. So once you've got your purpose and your routine or your schedule, give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. I personally work 6 days a week with my job, but I try and make sure on a Friday when I have my day off, I will always get a coffee in the morning. I like to get a croissant now, can't lie to you about that one. And I'll take myself to the beach and I'll sit there, some really nice weather, really calm water. It just so happens that the water's really clear as well. So for me, when I was talking to a friend about this, they said the word decompression, which I feel is a fantastic word, provokes a lot of images and definitely just releases stress, decompressing everything, and you know, things can accumulate over the week, and to decompress or take a break, allowing yourself to take some time to just be you, just to switch off from things. I always say to my friends, just give me 5 minutes, and it's enough for me to just empty my brain, release myself of conscious thought. I know a lot of people try when meditating to think of nothing. I think it was Gandhi who came up with that, just to try and empty your brain of conscious thought, all conscious thought, and to sit and decompress and be calm, take a break. So moving on from those three, like I said, with a schedule and priorities, or the routine, I should say, routine and priorities, is exercise. I talked to previously I can't remember what episode it was, about happiness. And you know, we've got serotonin, we've got dopamine, we've got oxytocin, we've got endorphins. If you get any of those in your life, there will be a spike in happiness or euphoria. For me, the endorphin spike that I get from post-training, post-gym, it's so addictive. There's a constant state of euphoria post-workout for me personally, which just drives me to try and do more and better myself physically, which then indirectly improves my mental well-being. So the routine of exercise to try and keep my mental health in a good place is really important. So again, starting to accumulate these ideas. Quite a significant one, quite a powerful tool, again linking with happiness. Some people I know, millennials, or certainly in this day and age, people are very heavily dependent on immediate gratification through social media. Number of likes, friend requests, follow requests, shares, you name it. People get very hung up on the finite detail of numbers. For me, I have switched off, or there's a setting I think I changed a while ago on Instagram for display number of likes. Not interested. I'm genuinely not interested in if there was 50 people or 500 people. Makes no difference to me whatsoever. So try, where possible, to silence social media, because it's a constant little nudge all the time. It provides a stimulus. You know, if the doorbell rings or your phone rings, you instinctively need to scratch that itch, so to speak. People need to look at it and to make sure that they've replied, or who is it, who's trying to get hold of me. Just switch it off. Phones are now fitted with some settings of do not disturb or night mode, sleep mode, whatever it is. Switch it on. You can even program it. Mine goes on from, I think, 10 p.m. till 7 a.m. If someone calls, I won't hear it. Phone won't even move. So check your settings on your phone. try and turn off notifications for social media. That will definitely improve your time balance and your usage of time. Where are you? 25th of February now. So 11 days ago, no, can't even do the maths. 14th of February was my birthday, and I was very fortunate my father came out to see me for a week. So there was a change in routine, but it meant that my time, rather than being used for oneself, was spent with my family, my father in this case, and that is again an absolutely priceless factor that you have, or some people still have in their life. If you still have access to your mum or your dad or your grandparents, any member of your family, what an absolute privilege that is. And I would encourage people to spend as much time with them as you can, especially the older generation, because like I said, time, it is the most precious, the most valuable thing that we have. The amount of knowledge, experience, life lessons, parents, if you're lucky you go parents, that they have, and little nuggets of wisdom that they've experienced. They've lived so many more years than you or I have. Just talk to them, enjoy their company, go out with them, go and have a meal, take them back to their original house when they were a kid, and get them to tell you about their memories, something that use that time with those people, because again, like time, when they're gone, they'll be gone. You're never going to get them back. So spend some time with the people that you love and that love you. Very, very important. There's an expression where it can be used in a whole different range of situations. I call it all the P's. Prior preparation prevents poor performance. So by that, it is what it says on the tin. Be thorough in your preparation. Don't leave any stone unturned, because when it comes to that actual event, if you've prepared as best as you can, that's such a better use of time, and the actual thing you're trying to achieve will be so much better. It will be run so much smoothly, be so efficient. It's just a better use of time. You won't have to repeat anything. You'll know any sort of scenarios that can happen, contingency plans, all sorts. Everything will be accounted for. So your preparation time can be much better used rather than procrastinating, i.e. delaying what is a priority. If you're not sure, or if you are procrastinating, it's on something, it's clearly not a priority to you. So rather than putting something off, I would reorder the mind to actually use procrastination to show yourself what is most significant to you. And in conjunction with that, say no to people. If it's very nice to be a yes man or a yes woman, and if you can help others, that's amazing. Is it going to help you? Is it going to benefit you? You do need to remember to be selfish with some of these things. It's your life, it's your time. How much do you value your time? An old bobsleighing phrase we used to say was, everyone's got their price. Everyone has a price for something, for their time. So if the work to time ratio, or the value to time ratio, I should say, doesn't match, just say no and just respectfully step away from that situation, or adjust the value to resonate with the price of your time. The last two, create a growth environment. I like reading, but again, I don't prioritize it. So hands up, you got me. Shoot myself in the foot here. I procrastinate with it. I've got a couple of books by my bed. One of them is the Daily Stoic. I do try and read that most mornings. But again, finding time to sit down and read, I find very difficult because I'm either exercising, meeting friends, speak to my parents, whatever it is I'm doing. So a sort of life hack, if you will, are audiobooks. Rather than listening to music, it is personal preference. Stick a podcast on, maybe the Live to Inspire podcast or an audiobook. I subscribe to Audible. I think it's $7.99 or $9.99, and you can get a book a month. A little tip I used to do, or a trick I used to do, listen to books at 1.5 speed, so it reduces the amount of time it takes to read a book by 50%. You'll be amazed how much you barely notice the difference in talking speed. So, excuse me, that's another sort of growth environment. Do set everything up so that you can win, so that everything then becomes efficient. If you can do concurrent activities, some of my friends have slow cookers. They'll chuck a load of meat in there, or I don't know, a broth of some sort, stick the slow cooker on, so by the time they come back in the evening, they've got their dinner, it's all ready to go. There's just a better growth environment, whether it be physically or mentally. That stimulation, everything around you can be subliminal messages. So if you've got loads of pictures of eyes, subliminally, you've got loads of people watching you, seeing what's going on. So think about how could you potentially make your environment more conducive to self-development or self-growth. And I don't know if it's most importantly, one last factor, like I said, going back to the original point, time is very precious. All the time it's going away from us. So have fun, make some memories, go out and do something. I remember having an unbelievable argument with someone, they'll remain nameless, because I refused to put my sat-nav on my phone. I didn't have any data. It was going to cost an absolute fortune. I said, you know what? Let's just get lost and we'll see where we go. We might find something amazing. And that person couldn't handle getting lost. So there was a different alignment. There was a difference in values, a different in perspective. But for me, that was fun. You know, what if you get lost? You can speak to a local, you can ask for directions, there's always a solution to it. The problem isn't how you see it or what you think it is, it's how you see the problem. And you can, if you're struggling with problems, I found this out the other day, say the problem back to yourself. Like if you were saying, oh, I'm not happy about this, or my boyfriend, my girlfriend, or work, anything, say that problem to someone and then get them to say it back to you. And what advice would you give yourself or give to that person with the same problem? It's very interesting how then it changes the perspective in that actually, is it really a problem? So just go out, have some fun, try something new. I went and sat on a speedboat today with a whole different range of people who I've only just met, and they were doing amazing tricks with wakeboarding and foils, and I couldn't even tell you all the stuff they were doing, but it was unbelievably impressive. What a fantastic way to spend a morning, making memories, having fun. So just to recap those, know your priorities, have a routine, take a break where you can, exercise, silence the social media, enjoy the people you love, Be thorough in your preparation. It's okay to say no. Create a growth environment and have some fun. Go and have some fun. So, yeah, that's, I say brief. That's a sort of insight for me personally as to time, how we can use it better. I know I'm certainly a culprit of wasting time, so think about where we are, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Take care.